Welcome back, class. So this is the lecture number 3, and here we will continue with the factors affecting the stability of the metal complex. Well, in the lecture number 2 we had discussed about the first factor, that was the properties of central metal ion, and now in the second factor we will discuss about the properties of ligand. Properties of ligand. See, as we know that this central metal ion size and its charge plays a key role in the stability of the complex, so as the ligand size and charge also. So first factor in this category is size and charge of ligand. Okay, so size and charge of ligand. See, size and charge, the both has inverse relationship. That means if a element, if a atom has a higher in charge, of course its size will be is lesser. Okay, so both is in inverse relationship. So what we can say that the high charge and small size of ligand leads to formation of stable complex. Okay, high charge and small size. If charge is high, of course size will be small. High charge and small size ligands leads to the formation of stable complex. Leads to the formation of stable complex. Okay, so let's take an example. We all know that the size is decreases from left to right in periodic table, and it will increase from top to bottom. So now we have, if we have class A type of central metal. Okay, if we have a class A type of metal, then if they form suppose a ligand is your halide ions. Okay, so what will be the order to combine fluorine, then chlorine, then bromine, and then iodine. Okay, class A. Whereas in case of class B, this order will be reversed. For the class B type of metal, the order will be reversed. So what is the order for class B metal is same, but in the reverse pattern: fluorine, chlorine, bromine, and iodine. And size we all know that from fluorine to chlorine it will be increase as far as the size is concerned. So this is what the um, combination class A and class B type metal, which we had already discussed in our previous video. Okay, moving for the next, the second factor in this category is dipole moment of ligand. Dipole moment of ligand. See, dipole moment, why it is important? We all know that the ligand has positive negative charge. Okay, because it is donating electron towards the center metal ion, so it has a negative charge. Negative charge, then a neutral ligand also there, and in rare cases you will find positive ligand also. NO plus is a positive ligand. Okay, so most of the time negative or neutral. So what would be the dipole moment? We all know that for a neutral ligand, The larger the magnitude of permanent dipole moment, greater will be the stability of the complex. Because, for example, if you talk about the neutral ligand, ammonia is a neutral ligand, water is a neutral ligand. So these ligand has a larger magnitude of permanent dipole moment. Okay, so they will give us stability. They will give the more greater stability. So the larger the magnitude of larger the magnitude of permanent dipole moment, larger the magnitude of permanent dipole moment, greater is the stability. So like we all know that ammonia is the a neutral ligand, and so at other like ethylamine, diethylamine, triethylamine. So the order will be ammonia. Okay, then ethylamine, then diethylamine, diethylamine, then triethylamine. Okay, so this is what the effect of dipole moment. Next factor is the basic character of ligand. Basic character. See, the basic character, that means again we are talking about the tendency of donating electron. Basic character means what? They must contain a neutral ligand, that means they must contain lone pair or negative charge. So they will be have a basic character. So this basic character actually leads to formation of a more stable complex, because more is the basic character of ligand, more easily it can donate electron pair to the central metal ion. Okay, and so as it will form a greater stable complex. So we all know that suppose we have a fluorine, chlorine, bromine, iodine, that means the halogens. So if they form a complex with H plus, okay, so if your complex here I am writing the statement first, greater the basic character, great higher will be the stability. Okay, so suppose you have H ion. Okay, and now fluorine, chlorine, bromine, iodine. So what will be the order of stability of the complex? So fluorine, because fluorine is more basic. Okay, fluorine is more basic compared to chlorine, bromine, and iodine. So this will be the order as far as the basicity is concerned. Similarly, if we have suppose we have ammonia and water. Okay, if we have ammonia and water, so we all know that the ammonia has greater basicity compared to water. So this will show in this order. So this is what the order, that means ammonia has a basicity, then water, and then your HF. So this is your order. Okay. Next, that is the fourth factor in this category is the pi bonding capacity of ligand. Pi bonding capacity of ligand. So pi bonding, this I think you are not aware with this concept, pi bonding. We all know that metal ligand bond formation is there in CFT. Okay, but there are several ligands from which metal can form a pi bond also, like ligands like cyanide, then CO is there, PR3. Okay, phosphorus, AS in the phosphorus group, it is also there, SR2, alkene, alkynes. So these all are capable to form a pi bond. Okay, because we know that see, this is a metal, and this is your, suppose your ligand is CN, so this is donation of electron frame from ligand to metal. But this CN is actually like this, C triple bond N. Okay, so there is a pi bond, so this is a pi bond formation between metal to ligand. Okay, empty d orbital of metal to ligand. So this is your pi bond actually. So of course here is a sigma bond, and if there is a pi bond also, that means it is a coordination bond, and if there is a pi bond, so it will make a complex more stable, it will increase the stability. So that is why this is an important point. There are some other examples also. CO is also contain a pi bond. Now next is steric hindrance. So the fifth point is steric hindrance due to bulky group. Okay, see, steric hindrance will create, that means the crowd will generate when bulky group is whether it is present to the donor side of the ligand. Okay, when the bulky group is either attached to or is present near a donor side, I mean to say, whether the bulky group is combined with the ligand, one thing, or it may present to the other side also. We will discuss that example. So what will happen? Repulsion between the donor atom of the ligand and the bulky group is produced. Okay, and this repulsion will what it will create, it will create a metal ligand bond weaken. Okay, hence the complex will be less stable. So higher bulky group, the bulky groups always form a less stable complex. Okay, repulsion between the donor atom of the ligand and the bulky group. Repulsion between donor atom of ligand, and the bulky group. Produced create repulsion, create less stable complex. Okay, so let's take an example of this type of complex. This is the steric hindrance. So let's discuss an example. See, there is a ligand called 2,2-bipyridine. Okay, 2,2-bipyridine. 2,2-bipyridine. So first it will form a pyridine, and bipyridine, that means we require another ring. And this nitrogen is your number one, because this is the main element. So this will be 1, then 2, 3, 4 and 5. Okay, similarly this side, this will be 1 dash, 2 dash, 3 dash, 4 dash and 5 dash. So this is what? This is 2 2 dash bipyridine. So this is a donor ligand. This is a ligand, because we have two donor side. Now the beauty of this ligand is what? Suppose if this ligand is combined with a metal, it will form a stable complex. Okay, when it is combined with a ligand. So when it is combined with a metal, so this will give a stable complex. But what will happen when we substitute any of the position, like if we substitute at 3 or 4 or 5 by methyl group or by any substituent. Methyl group is probably easier to substitute. So by replacing by substituting methyl group to any of the position of 3, 4 and 5 will certainly create bulkiness in this group, and of course this bulkiness will create steric hindrance. Okay, so an alkyl group which is present at 4 or 5 position gives complex less stable. ठीक है, so I'm writing here an alkyl group present at 3 3 dash 4 4 dash or 5 5 dash at any position uh, gives less stable complex. Due to what? Steric hindrance or crowd. Okay, even if you are substituting at the second position, it will certainly lose the planarity also. 3 3 position will certainly lose the planarity of the molecule. Okay, so this is what the reason of the bulky group presence in a compound. Well, next is next number 6 is concentration of ligand. This is very interesting one, because based on the this factor, we will discuss next topic, that is the ligand substitution reactions. Okay, so this is very interesting one. Concentration of ligand. Well, we'll discuss with this example. Suppose we have a complex. This complex is blue in color, COSCN 4 negative 2 minus. So this complex is in blue color. Okay, and if this complex is diluted in water, what will happen? Certainly the color, the blue color will be disappear, and disappearance, not disappear actually, it will convert into pink color because of COH2O whole 6. Here you can see the ligand is substituted. Okay, so the ligand is substituted and the color is changed now. So this color is now pink. So this is what, when a complex is diluted, which is a stable complex, okay, which is a more stable blue complex of higher concentration, form a stable blue complex, and when it is diluted in water, the blue complex get destroyed and replaced by a pink hydrated complex. So this is a blue complex converted into pink hydrated complex. This is a blue thiocyanate complex converted into pink hydrated complex. So this is what, this is the change in the concentration of ligand. Here you can see the concentration, we have coordination number 4, here we have coordination number 6, concentration is changing. So this is how the stability can affect. Here it is a more stable complex, here it is not. And even further, if you add a thiocyanate in this pink color complex, it will again convert into blue because it is a reversible. Okay, so this is how the concentration of ligand affect. We'll take one more example like Fe FeSCN6 2 3 negative. So this will give you reddish brown complex. Okay, this is a reddish brown complex, and when we combine with fluoride ion, 6 fluoride ion, what will happen? This will be replaced by 6 SCN ion will be replaced by fluoride ion. Okay, and this will give you what? Colorless. This certainly become colorless. So the concentration is changed. Here red is brown, red colorless. So what is happening here? Disappearance of color. Okay, so this change indicates the competition between water molecule and thiocyanate molecule. In this case, water thiocyanate molecule and fluoride ion in this case. Okay, so they are these two ligands are trying to compete each other to bind with this cobalt ion. Okay, so this is some sort of replacement substitution kind of thing, not replacement, substitution kind of thing, that we will discuss in more detail in our next lecture, which is part of your syllabus also. But for this is how the substitution or the concentration is occur. We can take one more example, copper hexahydrated complex, and this is of course copper complex, so it will be blue in color, and when it is combined with chloride ion, this will give you yellow color of chloride ion. Okay, here the color is yellow. So this is how the replacement, not replacement, substitution of ligand occurs, so as the concentration is changing. So these are some factors in the second category of factor affecting stability of metal complex. So in this lecture we have discussed the properties of ligand. There are some other properties also, like presence of chelate ring. So we have discussed the chelate effect in that case, which is going to be very in detail. But 6 factor is I think more than enough. So thank you so much for your watching, and make your comment if you have any doubt, any problem with this content. Okay, thank you so much.